of sustainable fashion. You don't want to miss this conversation. We're going to talk to the co-founder of Fair Harbor. You've seen those swim trucks everywhere. The founder joins us in just a minute. This is The Close on Bloomberg. All right, let's talk fast fashion, because a lot of those fast fashion makers are actually trying to leg into the sustainability race. Zara out with a line of clothes made from recycled fibers, H&M investing in wind energy. But our next guest, he's a pish posh. He's been doing that for a while on his own. His name's Jake Danehy, and he's the CEO and co-founder of the swim trunk company, Fair Harbor, and he joins us right now. Jake, great to have you.
Oh, great to be here. Thanks very much for having me.
All right, so you started this brand a few years ago with your sister. It's really taken off. Everybody's talking about it. We've seen all these great collabs you've had over the years. Focus in first on the sustainability nature of it and why you chose that path.
Yeah, so my sister Carol and I, we've actually been doing this for about 11 and a half years now. We started together when I was a junior in college, and she was a senior in high school. The company's called Fair Harbor. And when I was in college, I actually wrote a thesis on plastic waste, its effect on our oceans, our health, and our ecosystem. And at the same time, my sister Caroline had always been very much into fashion. She was in the climate marches when she was younger, and her bat mitzvah theme was actually sustainability. And so she was the perfect co-founder for me. And part of my studies actually found a mill converting plastic bottles into yarn. And so I turned to Caroline and I'm like, it would be perfect to do something with this fiber. Let's make it into a board short. And we were inspired by our childhood summers spent in Fair Harbor, Fire Island. And so that's where the name came from.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about this idea of kind of a sort of a circular economy, if you will. I'm curious about your strategy in expanding. Are you primarily doing direct to consumer? Are you doing a lot of brick and mortar retail? How are you getting the product out there?
So at first, funny, when we started back in 2014, we sold all of our product through trunk shows. So it was actually me and Caroline throwing a bunch of product on the back of my Honda Pilot and driving up and down the East Coast and selling to anyone and everyone who would listen to our story. And so we did over 500 of those trunk shows. And then in 2017, we're like, we couldn't clone ourselves. Really, the only way to scale this business was let's figure out how to sell online. And so that's when we built our website and we started to learn how to market and advertise through Meta, Facebook at the time before it was into Meta, and really scaled that business significantly. And then post-COVID, it's really been, all right, how can we get in front of our consumers? What is the best way to get in front of our customers, especially as advertising online gets more and more expensive? And so that's when we've really started to push into wholesale or selling through other retailers. And so we're in a bunch of national retailers, a bunch of mom and pop retailers, and that's been a huge focus for us at Fair Harbor.
And of course, I mean, we introduced you, of course, as a swimwear maker, but you guys have really evolved from that. I mean, you can get pretty much shirts, and as we were just showing there on the screen, shorts and other things as well. I assume you're going to continue to expand in that way, a variety of products. Is that true?
Definitely. So I think it was very helpful, especially at an early age of our company, to really focus. And so we focused on becoming the best men's swimwear producer in the market, and we sold millions and millions of swimsuits. But to really grow, we have to own more of our consumers' closet, and especially not just in H1, which is our primary season, in Q2 in particular, which is our summer market, but how can we really be relevant to our consumer for H2 in the back half of the year? And so that's where product expansion really comes into play. In addition, it's also very important for our wholesale partners so that we can stay on the floor all year long. As a swimmer company, you kind of come in and you come out, and so it's very, very important for us to have our presence throughout the entire year.
All right, Jake, got to leave it there. Really fascinating company. Jake Danehy, going from his Honda Pilot to the big time here, the co-founder and CEO of Fair Harbor. All right, that does it for us on The Close. Just a reminder, here in the U.S., next week is a holiday shortened week.